Hello, my good people. Welcome back to Sci-Fi Electronic Reviews. It's been a while since I last updated you on electronics. Now, today, if you are looking forward to going and getting a fridge or purchasing a refrigerator, then you might stick along this video. It might be helpful because I'm going to talk about things that you need to look for before actually getting a fridge for your home or your family. So be sure to stick along until the end of the video and give me a like if it will be helpful. Let's get into the video. Now, the first thing that you need to consider before getting a fridge is actually the fridge type that you are shopping for. There are like 4 types of refrigerators in market. It's either we have a single door fridge, we have a double door fridge, or rather what we call the top freezer fridges. We have a bottom mount freezer, and we have side-by-side fridge, and maybe we can add a French door fridge. Another thing that you can consider is the size of the refrigerator that you are shopping for, but that one will actually come with the size of your family also. So if you are one person, I would advocate for a single door fridge because I don't think you have too much to store inside your refrigerator. If it is fridge maybe for the medicine, then you might consider a one door fridge but a smaller one, because they actually they come in 2 different sizes, either the small or mini refrigerators and the normal one door fridge. So it's for medicine, I would go for a mini fridge. For the 2-door fridges, or rather the top freezer, they also come in 2s. It's either you have a smaller 2-door fridge or you have a bigger 2-door fridge, right from 140 liters up to all the way to 698 liters. But still, that one will also depend on the size of your family. And if your family is so big, then I would also have to consider the side-by-side or the French door fridge, because they tend to have a bigger storage, especially when it comes to the freezer section. So if you have you just come from the slaughterhouse and you need to put your food there for the next 1 month, then maybe the side-by-side or the French door fridge will be able to suit you. So that will depend on the size of your family before you can get a perfect size for you. The other thing that you need to consider, but this one now, it will come on to from the double door fridges all the way to side-by-side fridges. For single door, there is nothing really much going on inside the single door fridges because they are basically almost the same. But when it comes to double door fridges, you will find a fridge that is smaller at a low cost and another fridge that is almost the same size at a higher cost. You might find the differences in this comes with the frost or no frost feature or function. Now, to easily identify a frost and a no frost fridge is the no frost fridge. If you open the freezer compartment, they have ventilations at the back. And the frost fridge, if you open the freezer compartment, they don't have the ventilations at the back. Now, what does this frost and no frost mean? For the frost fridge, it means if you are putting food inside the fridge, then you might find ice buildup inside the refrigerator. So there will be buildup around your food or inside the freezer itself. So you might need something to prick to make sure the ice comes out, or you turn off your refrigerator so that it cools down, and then the ice will melt down to water. Pour it out, and then you can kickstart. For the no frost fridge, you don't have all those. There is multiple airflow inside the refrigerator because of the ventilations, but it still maintains your food at decent temperatures. So for me, in this section, I would go for a no frost fridge. And the more the ventilations, the better the air circulation inside your refrigerator. Now, it so happens that all side-by-side fridges, all bottom mount freezers, and all French door freezers tend to be no frost fridges. For double door fridges, not all are double, but that is the easiest way you can identify a frost-free fridge or a frost fridge. Now, the other thing that you might also want to consider is the energy consumption. Now, for this, it is something you can also see on the fridges, because once the fridges come from the manufacturer, they are sticked to this sticker from the EPRA, especially in Kenyan markets, where you can read the energy consumptions per year. They are rated per year. So you will find something written like 380 kWph. It's something like Kenya. I don't know how to translate it, but it is wattage per year. So you might consider one with the lowest rating. These ones, they do come on all fridges, irrespective of the size and the brand. So all fridges are rated by EPRA. That is a good guide for you to see which one is a better fridge when it comes to energy consumption. Another thing, as they always say, EPRA, they say the more the stars, the more the savings. So if you find a fridge that is rated 1 star, then it is not as good as the 2-star when it comes to energy saving. If you find a 3-star, then it is better than the 2-star. So that one will again come back to you. Now, the other thing that you need to consider is the compressor that the refrigerator is using. Now, compressor is a bit wide because that is basically the engine of the refrigerator. So I will create a separate video to explain the differences between the compressors. But apparently I have like 3 compressors in market. We have the linear inverter compressor, which LG uses. They also use the smart inverter compressor. Still LG uses that. We all have the digital inverter compressor, which Samsung uses. I'm not quite conversant with other brands with their compressors, but apparently LG is rated as one of the best when it comes to the linear inverter. It has so many other cool features that comes along with it. And then we have smart and digital. They're almost the same. Now, apart from considering the compressor type, we also want to consider if that compressor type has an inverter. Now, the role of an inverter in a refrigerator, what does it do? Conventionally, we had fridges which once you power them on, they will start operating up to a certain level, and then when we have cold air enough inside the fridge, they go off by themselves, and then they will start again at a later time when there is cold air that has reduced inside the refrigerator. Now, with fridges that have the inverter compressors, what they do is that once you turn them on, or rather once you turn the fridge on, it will power up the fridge, and then it will hit a certain level of cold air, and then it will maintain it at that level. So advantage of having a fridge that has an inverter compressor is that it will maintain cold air inside that refrigerator, which will later on help you in elongating the freshness inside that refrigerator, because there is no cold air loss inside the fridge, unlike a fridge without the inverter compressors. So different inverter compressors, they actually maintain these cold temperatures at different levels. That's why I said I will go deep into compressors maybe later on in a separate video. Now, another thing that you need to consider maybe is the convenience. And for convenience, I will look at one is the temperature controls or the display. So if you are looking forward to having a better display, then you might be looking at a display that is outside the door, not inside, because controlling temperatures from outside makes it easier for you to control it without having to open the door, and that will help you prevent a lot of cold air loss. Another thing that maybe you need to consider when it comes to convenience, especially for elderly people, I would prefer them to have a bottom mounted freezer, because on a daily basis you will find us that we are operating the fridge more frequently than the freezer. So freezers are storing foods that are there, they can stay for more than 1 week, but for fridges we are storing foods that we are having daily consumption on. For example, milk, you might need cheese. So those are things that you use on a daily basis. But something like meat that you don't need on a daily basis, you need a bigger storage for it, then it is stored inside the freezer compartment. So this one will help especially the elderly with their back. So if you need to open, it is much easier. You open the fridge compartment while standing, unlike the top mounted freezer. Then the second last thing that you need to consider, not maybe too much, but you might be looking towards technology. Now, for technology, there are fridges which do come with some cool features, like LG, they do have the ThinQ feature, where you can actually control your temperatures inside the refrigerator remotely. You don't have to come there and start setting up your food temperatures. So maybe you are late from work and you need your food to be frozen faster. You can just tap on your phone and tell it to fast freeze, and then you will find that your food has frozen faster. There is also a technology that we call knock knock on LGs, where you double tap on the screen or on the fridge, and then it will show you what is inside the refrigerator. So you don't have to keep opening the fridge to see the contents inside. That one will also help you to reduce some cold air lost inside the refrigerator. There are so many things when it comes to technology also, because we have things like door cooling, metal cooling, etc. Now, the last thing that I will consider is the warranty of your refrigerator. Now, there are two types of warranties. It's either product warranty, which ranges from a period of 1 year to 3 years, and then we have parts warranty, which also ranges from a period of 1 year all the way to 20 years. So top brands, you might find that we have warranties from 10 years all the way to 20 years. Other brands, maybe for small fridges, you'll find that they don't have a warranty on the compressor. For the parts, by the way, I mean the compressor, because that is basically the engine of the refrigerator. So you might want to consider the warranty. The longer the warranty, the better for you, because you will find a fridge that has 2 years warranty on the fridge and 10 years on the compressor. You find a fridge that has 3 years on the fridge and 20 years on the compressor. So that one will again come back to you on the type of the warranty that you need. And as I always say, if you need all these features that are good inside the refrigerator, then they also come at a cost. If you get all these, maybe you need a side-by-side fridge that is no frost, you need temperature controls outside, maybe technological door cooling features, all those features are there, then you have to pay for them because they are a bit costly. If you are considering your budget, then you might not go for all of them. But what I have highlighted is just the basics of looking for a good refrigerator. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll make a compressor video on itself separate on later on. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Kindly remember to like, subscribe, share, and maybe comment. If you have a question, be sure to put it into the comment section, and I will be happy to respond to it. Thank you.